students, as we have seen what water cycle does, so here at the end what we have observed, that precipitation is come in the form of rain. You all are familiar with the rain and you all know why does it happen. Because of evaporation of water and it falls down again after cooling up of the water molecules. So here we can say that it is a part of water cycle, because ultimately the salty water convert itself into the fresh water and now we are able to drink this fresh water. And you know that here rain that comes because of peninsular India. Our India looks like this, and here we are having at this point Arabian Sea, and here near Bengal we are having Bay of Bengal. Okay, so we can say that from the three side of our India, here Indian Ocean, we all are covered with the water body. So these water vaporize, and because it is nearby to the Tropic of Cancer, so these regions are getting too much heat. The temperature here is high compared to the other northern parts of the India. Now these are getting vaporized, the water vapors from here are getting vaporized, and from here with the help of winds it enters into the India from this direction, and from Bay of Bengal it enters from this direction. So we can say that this is the southwest part, from where it is the monsoon is entering into the India, and from here we can say that it is entering from the northeast part. Okay, what is this? Monsoon. Now rain is very important for agriculture purpose, as you know that in India most of the farmers are still depend on rain for the water supply to their crops. Yes, because of the lack of irrigation facilities and other development that should be come into the part of other parts like rural areas of India, so where the farmers are not getting all these facilities, they are still depending upon the rain. And it is seasonable, because you know that monsoon is the one which is the time period, or we can say the rainy season, which brings rain from the ocean water and brings over to the land area of the India. But how does it flow like this only? Because of the westerly winds that is coming out from this other part of the west of the world. Now these winds are taking up off all these evaporated water. Now this showers its rain, because here we are having Western Ghats, and after striking these clouds getting precipitate here only by getting strike with this Western Ghats. And here we are having in northeast area, that is Garo Khasi Hills. That Garo Khasi Hills also again bring this all these we can say evaporated wind vapors to this Garo Khasi Hills, and now these are revert back, because the shape of these hills are in this oval shape, we can say U shape. So this again come to these parts. So these parts of India are getting rain because of the mountain that are situated at the particular place, and because of the evaporation that has been done during the period of summer. So here it is very, very important for agriculture purpose. Now what we should do? You know that we are going to be cover 1.3 billion, and this century it may be high according to this population. So limited water amount for this full generation, for this full population of India, what could we do? So we should not waste water, we should conserve water, we should use water wherever we are in need. Some people I have seen that they are using unnecessary water and throwing it all away. So we should not do like this, because raining is not nowadays, raining is also a very predictable case. Even some part of the India are not getting rain duly, and that is causing the problem in agriculture, and somehow when it is causing problem in agriculture, inflation goes on, तो महंगाई बढ़ जाएगी automatically. So it all depends upon rain, and if there is a proper facilities of underground management, of proper lake and pond system, then nobody is going to be begging in front of someone. Okay, so what should we do? Whenever water and there will be a rain, so we should conserve water by making it collected somewhere. Like you can use a big khadian system, or big tankers, or underground tanker system, or there are lots of things, and even some of the rituals that has been followed from the past decades, that could be followed again, just to conserve water, because other peoples that are our previous generation, our ancestors, know what is the value of water. So according to them, why can't we do that? So here we are suggesting you that you should conserve water by taking examples of previous works of the ancestors. As I have suggested you to conserve water properly so that the next generation and even for our own betterment, we can use it properly. So here are some ways that is instilling us the habit, and we can say the ideas that we can use how to conserve water. So water harvesting is basically what? Conserving of water. Harvesting, that means we are building up water by using it in a different ways, by making dams. Again, this could be the example of water harvesting. Okay, so here what is basically water harvesting is the capturing or the collection, or we can say storage of rainwater that ran over the surface, and we are protecting it from running over, or just to stop it and collect it somewhere so that the underground water again get recharged. You know, students, that here when rain drops, okay, so the water that is precipitating in form of water, rain, so it all get percolate, and percolation is done underground. Okay, this is ground level, and underground what is happening, because you know that there are different layers of the soil also that we are going to see in the later slides, but you know that here at the end there will be a rock bed. Okay, what we call it as rock bed. There we are having a large amount of rocks. So these are so solid that water cannot penetrate and go after it. Okay, go below it. So here is the collection of water. So we call it as the underground water. Now this underground water could be used by us, and this is very pure and very hygienic water. It is basically instilled with lots of minerals in it. Okay, so it is very healthy water actually. Now with the help of tube wells, with the help of hand pumps, we can drag out this water again on the surface and we can use it. But what happens if this underground water is going to be minimized? Because like this soil, basically after getting a lot of rain, and when we are not using the trees here, like if we are removing all trees, we are deforesting, then what happens? The soil get slit. ये बहुत चिकनी सी मिट्टी हो जाती है, and that happens because the roughage, the loamy part of the soil could be maintained by the trees only, and now we are removing them. So what is ultimately doing here? This soil is going to be so smooth that the rain water will not percolate and go and drain at some other places. So this area will be barren of water now. Yeah. So this is what we can say, that this is the discharge of the water. Discharge. The water is going here and discharging itself. But now what we need? We actually need the water to percolate here and get stored in the underground so that it is get to be used in near future. Now for this, basically this water harvesting system is going to be introduced, and that is helping us in a various way. Example, Khadian system. Okay, so Khadian system is the one example that is given in your book, and this tradition practice, this is an agriculture practice that is followed in the Rajasthan. So Rajasthan's traditional rainwater harvesting system name is Khadian system, and it looks like this. So you can see here with the diagram that traditional water harvesting system it is. The cloud part here, the cloud is falling its rain, and now this water is going to be connected with this land, and it's all embankment is made here, so that is known as khadi. Okay, so this embankment here that is being built here, that is letting the water to stop here and not just running out and flowing and draining into some other parts. So that is again maintaining this one. Some of the water get collected here at the Khadian and some will get underground, so that now the nearby areas also grow a little plants here, that is known as oasis. I think you have heard about oasis also. Oasis is the system in which in desert part also, when this kind of practices has been done, now the underground water level is going to increase. That makes the different plants to grow up around the water bodies. Now this plantation that has happened automatically generate हो जाता है, उसको हम oasis बोलते हैं. So ये एक system ये हो गया Khadian system. The next system that you can do, and you can even whenever you are going to make a house, so आप वहाँ पे भी करवा सकते हो. Like this is also done in Rajasthan. You know that in Rajasthan there is a scarcity of water. It is desert area, so basically they need a lot of amount of water throughout the year, and that is not going to be happen because there are less number of rivers that only cover few areas, and also when like some ponds and lakes are there, but still throughout the year the water level could not be maintained there. Like this is your house, let's suppose, so you are having a terrace here. So what you can do, one more thing, like here is a chamber, and that is again connected with a pipeline, and that pipelines are having two holes. One is the outside and one is inside the basement. So here basically in the basement we are again having a tanker, a big tanker here. Okay, so this tanker, this rain, the rain which is coming here, now the first rain is not going to be collected and this going to be drained out through the outlet pipe. Now for the second rain, because first rain is not going to be collected because it is clearing all the terrace areas if there is a dust particle or any other chemical substance, or safai ho jati hai basically, I can say. Now once it is done, so we can just block this part. Now the rain that has been, second rain that has been going to be here and collected again on the terrace part, now it is going to collect in this tank. Okay, so now this is going to be useful, though it is like even people they are going to filter it and use for the drinking purpose also, but there are lots of things for which we need water, and that water is going to be used in that. So here is the basic Khadian system that is given, provided as the example in the NCERT, and here it is the basic one to give you as a hint for the water harvesting. So water harvesting is very important topic, dear all. So keep it in mind and focus on the system and see whether what other kinds of systems or traditional rituals that is being followed in India in other parts of country. So what basic benefits that we are getting by water harvesting are here is that it ensures water availability, like in future if we are ran out of the water, so we are having a conserved water that is going to be used. Okay, so this is the one of the most important benefit, I may guess. Okay, now the second one is it reduces the chance of flooding during the rainy season. Yeah, because we are making some embankments and we are percolating it to the underground water, so basically we are reducing the chances of flooding in the flooding areas, like in some areas, like in some areas of Bihar, also in some areas of West Bengal. So what is going to be happen, lot of rain because of the wind. You know, in monsoon time, I have just drawn the diagram for you people, that from the Bay of Bengal the winds are, monsoon is coming up, and from the Garo Khasi hills and all the areas it is covering, that is to the east part. So all these areas are getting a huge amount of rain that could not be tolerated by the land, and that is like running on over the surface and dragging everything that comes in the way. So that is known as flood, and that flood value could be reduced when we are using such kind of practices, that is water harvesting. Now this third one is the underground water is regularly recharged, and that is very important actually, not for us only but for the plants also. Like if the underground level of the water is going to be increased, so it is beneficial for the roots of the trees, and they are sucking up of all the water from there and growing up in a good manner. So this are basically the one of the we can say best benefits that could be introduced as the water harvesting.